Alright, here we go for the second of 2 All-Star games this season. Since there are 3 divisions, each division gets their own All-Star team, and so they can play each other in whatever combinations of games they want. Before I played against the Backyard League All-Stars, if I remember correctly, the final score there was 14-0, so we're going to see if we can beat that here against the Frontyard League All-Stars, playing once again as my own indoor league. So, the Frontyard League All-Stars, for those unacquainted, they have an outfield of Gwen Sears, Julie Dunkel, and Zena Frome. The first 2 in particular are going to be tough. Can cover a lot of ground there and get the ball in quickly. Zena can also get the ball in quickly, but she might take a little longer to get to it. Bit more hope there. We have Wendy Parsons at short, Maya Woodruff at third, who's having a running boost today, Matessa Sturgis at second, Leah Wayne at first. So maybe Sturgis a bit of a weak point, but other than that, very scary infield as well. Hellerman as a pitcher, the Randy Johnson clone, to make that tough. They do, however, just like the Backyard League, have a weak catcher, Adam Van Doren. He's even having a bad fielding day, so that will be exploitable if nothing else. So there is one significant buff on each side. Good day. Stephanie Morgan on this side is up to 10 running with a small fielding boost, and Maya Woodruff is also up to 10 running with a small fielding boost. So they both will be a bit better than normal. Balances out. That should make for a fun match. So let's dive in. Shinobi Otani is still the starting pitcher for the Indoor League, and we start with Adam Van Doren. He hails from the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, where I would assume that his high speed rating of 10 has allowed him to be a very good hitter for average, and thus made him a very valuable member of the team. Alright, unfortunately, Steph messes up a little there, runs away from the bag, I guess trying to cover it if Otani missed it. But we still have enough time to get him out at first. Van Doren is a slow 10. So that's good. Uh-oh. Says Julie Dunkel's having a great day. Higher pitching, maybe stamina. So Julie Dunkel from the Minnesota Twins. Coach Mello, math teacher, saying that Adam Van Doren leads in batting average in front yard. That would certainly explain it. Dunkel super fast, but she grounded it straight to Otani. And even with that, we just barely got her out. So that was Julie Dunkel of the Minnesota Twins and one of the top players in the game. Now we have Zena Frome from the Humongous Hornets, one of the very most elite power hitters in the game. However, this time she doesn't hit it out. It's a lingering one to center, and Maria Luna is able to catch it. So 3 up, 3 down in very short order for the front yard. Never mind. It's Maynard McElroy, not Adam Van Doren, with the highest average in the front yard. Alright, so bottom of the first, no score, and Jay Green leading off. Went 3 for 4 in the first game, with only 1 home run was the biggest outlier result there. Only 1 home run, and he was out once. 2 singles aside from that, I believe. Amanda Hellerman, the Randy Johnson clone from the Little Giants, is starting on the mound. As a Randy Johnson clone, you can guarantee that she's not going to be the easiest to hit off of, but Jay Green doesn't care about that. Swings at the first good pitch he gets and hits it out. Home run for Jay Green, and it is 1-0 indoor. 372 feet for that one. Hopefully that is the first of many. Alright, that brings up Derek Jeter, who's probably going to be one of my toughest hitters, actually, to get good things done with this game, which is not something you normally say about Jeter. But he doesn't really hit it out, and he has less than 10 speed, so that combined makes him a runt on this particular stacked team. Takes strike 2, so 2 not-so-great pitches there. And unfortunately, grounds one straight back to Hellerman, so nothing getting done with that one. Ground out, first out. That brings up Stephanie Morgan, who is boosted to having 10 running today. Should make it much easier for her than normal with 7 running to get on base. And zings one down the line. Wait, that's over the fence! Solo home run for Stephanie Morgan! That's not something you see every day. 279 feet. And this must be one of the crowning moments of Stephanie's career. We know that she loves baseball, and having hit not only made the All-Star game, but having hit a home run in it, that's got to be pretty exciting. That makes it 2-0 Rangers, indoor. As we have Shohei Ohtani coming up to bat. So great work there on the unlikely home run by Steph. I wonder if she had a small batting boost there, or if she just got the perfect pitch, the perfect situation to hit it out. Alright, 2 nasty pitches to make the count 0-2 for Shohei pretty quickly. So we'll go ahead and go to a more contact swing. Nice high pop-up with the third pitch, and it bounces off the top of the fence for a home run. Alright, that's our third solo shot of the game so far. We are going to be scoring, it seems, here off the home runs. Hoping they come early and often. That will went to 342 feet. And it's now 3-0 indoor. And yeah, that Frontyard's defense is pretty scary, so hitting it over the fence is probably the best way to circulate them. If this keeps up, then pretty soon we'll have Hellerman off the mound, and that should make this easier. Not having an elite pitcher on the mound, although obviously her pitching skills haven't been stopping her from giving up home runs so far. Anyway, Jane Davis, a hitter. Yet another elite power hitter, and she smacks that one. That was easily gone. I'm going to wager that's the farthest one we've had so far. Are you kidding me? Indeed. It's only the first inning, and I have already hit more home runs in this game than I did in the round of the Home Run Derby. That one went 473 feet, and makes it 4-0 indoor. Alright, that brings up Maria Luna, the player of the game from our first run through the All-Star game, as she went, I believe, 3 for 3 with a double, a home run, a single, and 3 RBIs. We'll see if she joins the home run train here. One more run probably will force Hellerman off the mound, and again make our task even easier. Unfortunately, I got a bit too eager at that one, swung early. Fortunately, it was on the corner, so probably not going to be a home run anyway. Probably a decent chance, though, for a ground ball single. We'll let that one go. Strike 2, 1-2 the count. And fouls that one off to stay alive. And that one, unfortunately, is a rather high pop-up. Looks like only Wendy's going to get it, so I suspect she'll just catch it. Yes, indeed. Alright, pop out for the second out. That brings up Johnny Omar, the only player who was unable to get on base last game. I do not have Nate's prowess with him that has made him such a legendary player. Instead, I'm just stuck with a guy with not that amazing bat and only 6 speed. So I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get any hits this game either. Or maybe he'll join the home run train. That would be more fun. Alright, take strike 2. It's now 1-2. Hellerman notably has thrown 20 pitches so far this inning, and a pop-up should be easy for Parsons to field. She's there. She has plenty of time to prepare. She catches it. So, 4 solo home runs to score us 4 runs in the first inning. Going into the second, it's 4-0. And Leah Wayne of the Los Angeles Dodgers is the first hitter for this inning. Another one of the top 4 players in the game in terms of skill sets with 10-10, 9-10. Definitely a home run threat. And after taking 2, she swings at the third. Fortunately, it wasn't a very good pitch to hit, and she just pops it up. And Molly has it for the first out. That brings up Maya Woodruff of the Minnesota Twins, the All-Star vote winner for this season. And a much better looking stat line than the other candidates, so that allowed her to be chosen, and she is boosted today. Normally she has 5 running, but here she has 10 running. I have played against Maya Woodruff with 10 running before in a league game and it was horrible. So easy single there, as Jay Green does not field the ball properly. Brings up Gwen Sears of, I think, the Florida Marlins. Pops one into right, and Jay bobbles it. Turns an otherwise routine play into a dropped ball and a double. That would have been a double play too, I think, because Maya was already almost to second base, but Jay, not a very good outfielder. Also, I decided I'd rather have Jay Green playing center and Maria Luna playing shortstop. So that brings up Wendy Parsons of the Junior Athletics. Wendy Parsons and Alex Rodriguez clone, so decent bat. Good speed, and Derek Jeter drops the ball. Even Jeter can't field right now, so should have been at least one out. Instead, RBI single with nobody out on that play. Wendy Parsons with the RBI error, and Stephanie with a perfect snag on a line drive by Matessa Sturgis, who is from the Florida Marlins. I was wrong about Gwen Sears before. Gwen Sears is from the Yankees. Alright, so perfect nab by Stephanie. Unfortunately, not quite in a situation to turn a double play, but very nice here. That hopefully will help kill the rally for the Twins, especially with Amanda Hellerman, the pitcher, not hitter, coming up to bat. And Gwen, for some reason, comes to home. Molly scares her back, then throws her out at third to end the inning. Alright, so 3 hits there and 1 run. Notably, 2 of those hits were on errors. Now 4-1 going into the bottom of the second. Let's see if we can start the home run train going again. Starting with Molly May. This team's home run or bust player. Nasty hooks by Hellerman, but the second one is too far outside for the first ball. 1-1 the count. Nobody out. Nasty strike there. We're going to stick with power for Molly, because with only 3 speed, she's not going to be able to accomplish much without hitting it out. Actually, never mind. We are going to go for line drive, because coming up next is Fred Benson and then Jay Green, so if she just gets on base, she has a decent chance of being driven in on a home run. And she does on an error by Zena in right. Is it an AI quirk, says Mello, that they can't steal with just one runner? I'm guessing so. I don't think I've ever seen the AI steal with one runner and hold with the other. Okay, this isn't such a good situation. Fred pops it up. It's not going far enough. Molly's getting a lot of distance. Fortunately, Zena, once again, fails to make the play properly. She catches the ball for the first out, but she flubs a throw. So Molly is able to get back to first on time. No double play. And now it's Jay Green's turn. He ought to be able to hit her in, right? Let's find out. Inside for ball 1. Counts 1-0. And another inside pitch. I swear, if Amanda just walks Jay Green on 4 pitches, that will be amusing. Alright, hits one to center. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's quite out. You can see Dunkel stops there just short of the fence. But it's the error. She blips it, it hits the wall, and then she catches it. So it's not an out. It's a single instead for Jay Green. Off the error, but still. We have now runners on first and second with 1 out for Derek Jeter. And we're going to try to hit that ball somewhere where they can't get it to third quickly, and Molly can get to third, if not score. Jeter 0 for 1 today, 1 for 4 so far on this series of games. Unfortunately, Jeter hits the ground ball. Fortunately, it gets past Parsons. Sears has got it, but throws it past the third baseman. Molly was safe anyway, but that gives us the extra base. So Jeter singling and then gets an extra base on the out of play. That scores Molly May, makes it 5-1. And brings up the boosted Stephanie Morgan, who's at 10 speed today. And lined one over the left field fence last inning for a solo home run. Let's see if she can get another clutch hit here and drive in some more runs. Stephanie's been as clutch as anybody on my team this season, so we'll see. And that's enough for Hellerman. She comes off the mound, goes to second base. That actually could be nasty with her height. Could get some nasty grabs there. And the Tessa Sturges comes on the mound to pitch. Alright, Steph pops one up towards short, but Parsons is there and catches it. Second out. Alright, got some power hitters coming up though, so let's see if they can clear the bases and put some more runs on the board. Shohei Ohtani up now. 1-for-1 with a line drive home run in the first. Also hit a grand slam in the first of these two games, so he is currently tied with Jay Green for the most home runs this All-Star Series at 2. Fouls that one off. And I think going closed there was a wrong choice. Grounds one there, Woodruff's there, but Wayne tries to charge to get the ball and makes the error as a result. Wasn't able to make the play properly. I'm going to be safe with Jeter. So, error there allows Shohei to not only be safe but get to second. As Jay Green scores, Derek Jeter makes it to third. 6-1 now in favor of the Indoor League. And we have runners on second and third with 2 outs for Jane Davis. 1-for-1 today with a solo home run. Let's see if he can get a second home run, drive in some runs. Want to be careful though. If I swing at the wrong pitch with Jane, she'll just pop out and that won't be worth anything. So that's not a pop out, I don't think. Actually, nope. Slightly right of center, but Dunkel's there, but Dunkel bobbles it, so that's a second error in the outfield of this game by Julie Dunkel. Lets Jane get the RBI single and makes it 7-1. And now I'm going to steal off of Adam Van Doren for the first time. That's the first single other than Molly May I've had where we didn't already have a runner on base. So Jane easily steals second base. Now runners on second and third. 2 outs for Maria Luna. And we'll see what she can accomplish here. That's inside pitch. Not going to go for that one. 0-2 the count. Carries one over to right. Zena is there, and Zena catches it this time. So the Frontyard outfield finally gets their act together for the third out. Still 3 more runs scored there. It's 7-1 after 2 innings. Good old-fashioned all-star smackdown. Alright, Shohei Ohtani coming off the mound. Partly because he's tired, but also partly just because of the situation. Of it being the all-star game, I just wanted to give every pitcher a chance. So this is Jay Green's inning to pitch, as Amanda Hellerman is a hitter. Slightly inside there. This has not been a good game for the outfield so far. Those 3 or 4 outfield errors by the Frontyard there in that inning, and that was after the indoor also had multiple errors to let those runs score. Alright, so we strike out Amanda Hellerman for the first strikeout of the game. Bringing up Adam Van Doren again. We're able to get him out at first on a sharp ground ball to the mound. Julie Dunkel, the hitter. And chooses to bunt. Not the wisest choice, especially with Jay Green covering the mound. Almost makes it to first anyway, but will not actually make it. So, very quick 3 up, 3 down there in the third. Going into the bottom of the inning, 7-1 indoor. Let's see if we can pad that lead. Johnny Omar leading off the inning. Fouls first pitch off. 0-1 the count. Pops one up. Should have just let that one go, I think. Hellerman's there, and she's got it for the first out. Bringing up Molly May. At the outside, I think that was too far outside to really make good work with. If you get one perfectly on the outside edge, or very slightly outside, then you can really crush it on closed stance. But I think that one was too far outside to do that with. Second pitch is in the corner for strike 2 that I wasn't going to accomplish anything on. Going ahead and going for the base hit and then getting driven in later. Happened with her last inning. Unfortunately, this time she only hits a little ground ball, and Molly is simply too slow to make that work. So, 2 up, 2 down pretty quickly here. Let's see if Fred Benson can get something going here, or if we're just doomed to a quick and uneventful inning. Going for a contact swing, puts one into the ground, but Sturgis just sits there and waits for the ball to roll to her as Leo Wayne runs over from first, so uncontested single for Fred Benson. And that brings up Jay Green. Green is 5 for 6 in the All-Star Series with 2 home runs and 3 singles, which I'm pretty sure is more singles than he has hit the entire regular season so far. Fred Benson, unsurprisingly, steals second base easily off of the weak-armed Adam Van Doren at catcher. Looks like that's going to be ball 2, so 2-0 to start off. Fred easily steals third as Adam flubs multiple throws. Alright. Don't need anything too fancy here, Jay. Just get that run in. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and swap to line drive swing. Rather have the higher chance of getting 2 runs in than the more risky chance of getting, or higher chance of getting 1 run in than the more risky chance of getting 2. And that does pay off on a little ground ball that it takes them long enough to field. Fred is able to score, and it is 8-1. Runner on first with 2 outs for Derek Jeter, who hit a single, assisted by a wild throw into a double last inning. Jay, as usual, easily steals second base. Jeter with a nice liner down the line. Sears is not going to be there to catch it. Off the wall, she gets it, but not in time to stop it from being a single. So that puts runners on the corners with 2 outs for Stephanie Morgan. Let's see what she can do here. We got to see the extra rare Stephanie Morgan home run in the first inning when she lined one over the left field fence. She is boosted to 10 running today, no visible batting boost. 1-0 as Jeter steals second, and we now have runners on second and third, so a decent hit by Stephanie will score at least 1 run. Lined right up the middle, that is landing. That is a decent hit by Stephanie, alright. That is the sort of thing that she has been accomplishing for the Melonheads in the regular season. That got her here in the first place. No, that's not going to be Stephanie only with a single as it went right by Dunkel in center field. Not going to risk going for second base there, but it does bat in 2 more runs to make the score 10-1. And Matessa is done pitching. That brings up Leo Wayne, putting Matessa on first base. Okay, so the pitcher's area will be a bit more nasty now, but I'm not doing grounders here, so first base will be a bit slower, and hopefully that will help out. Stephanie steals second. At this point, we can basically steal every base with every runner except Molly. Shohei Ohtani, the hitter. Fouls one off. 0-2 the count. Fouls one off to prevent the strikeout. Leo Wayne with some decent pitching here to start off. Fouls another one off. Leo Wayne pitching dangerously here, doing her best to strike Shohei out, but he's able to keep making the contact and prevent the end of the inning, at least for now. And hits one to the opposite field. Parsons is there, jumps on it, not able to get it. Stephanie caught in a sticky situation there, but is able to slide back into second. Going with her on that play was not a good idea. Shohei was going to be safe on first in any case, though, so don't believe that would count as a cheesy play. And that brings up Jane Davis. Good news is rallies are not too hard to keep going with this team because everyone's good at hitting. Easy steal of second and third. Decent hit by Jane. Once again, we're in a situation where bats in 1 or 2 runs, or even 3 if she hits it over the fence. But as before, Going for line drive for higher chances of just getting a decently hit ball that scores 1 run, over the more 50-50 chance of hitting a 3-run home run. Although, on second thought, I'll swap to power in hopes of getting a really good meaty pitch. If we get one down the middle without any strikes, then hopefully we'll hit that one over the fence. If we get at least 1 strike, then I'll swap back. That looks good, and that looks good. Very high, going very far. That one is gone. 3-run home run for Jane Davis, her second home run of the game. That'll make the score 13-1 indoor. 481 feet. I cannot remember how far her first one went. One of those two, though, is the longest of this game so far. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the 5th home run of the game. Maybe if every single game was like this, it wouldn't be quite as fun. I'm not sure. But for just the All-Star game, it is quite fun indeed. Maria Luna, the hitter now, player of the game in the first All-Star game, but has 0 for 2 so far today. Has definitely fallen off in production. Fouls went off, 0 and 2. And that one is high. I was a bit worried at first, but it is alright. Not really much risk with that one. That one goes low for ball 2. With those ones where the pitch circle just barely brushes the swings, not the swing spot, the strike zone. Those always worry me some. Those alright in that case. Leah Wayne clearly tiring out some there, not as fast as she was before. Slow enough for Maria to get to base on that little grounder. So, runner on first, 2 outs for Johnny Olmeyer. Let's see if he can finally get a hit here. You would dearly love for Jomar to get at least 1 hit this game. This series, rather. But 0-1 the count after I whiff on the first pitch, which I think ended up going in the corner there. One thing that Jomar's not so great at is vision. Ground ball over to third. Woodruff's got it, but throws it too quickly. Sturgis hasn't gotten to first base yet, so it took a wild throw, but Johnny Omar does get his first hit of the game, qualifying as a double, and Maria gets to cross the plate to make it 14-1 and officially give Jomar an RBI. So there you have it. Molly May now up 1 for 2 today with a single. Let's see if she can hit Jomar in. At some point after this is done, probably not right away, but at some point I will definitely be making a highlight video with the best plays from the series for every player. And that one is gone, easily. Smacked over the left field fence, and that is a home run from Molly May. 2 more runs added on to our total, 16-1. I think I scored 14 in the first game, so it's only the 3rd inning, and we've already eclipsed that total. Which I think is due to a little better home run hitting, and also a bunch of timely errors by the outfield. And here, as I keep tiring this team out, it's probably going to get only easier to score. That brings up Fred Benson, who, as I recall, was up to bat earlier this inning with 2 outs on the board. I think that started this entire... He's the one who started this entire rally, so I guess that means we've scored 9 runs this rally so far. But now we'll see what happens. Julie Dunkel is on the mound. She's a true threat there, especially normally on grounders like that. Fortunately for me, she ran off and let Parsons handle the ball and went to cover first base. That was an easy hit. If she'd gone for it, easy out. Runner on first, then, with 2 outs for Jay Green. Easy steal of both second and third by Fred Benson, as Adam Van Dorn is just not able to throw the ball well. Does he have a low throw consistency stat, I wonder? He might, because he's been doing a lot of just little flub throws here. And that's gone as well, I think. Well, yes, it is gone. 2-run shot for Jay Green, and the home runs just keep coming in. 18-1 now, if I'm not mistaken. That's the 11th straight run we've scored this inning on 2 outs. this has turned into a true slugfest for the indoor league. Alright, that brings up Derek Jeter. Let's see how much longer we can keep this going. If only I could have amazing rallies like this in my actual league games, instead of just getting like 4s and 1s and 2s and maybe the occasional really good 6. Seriously, I think you could take 3 different of my scores so far this season. That would be fairly average scores for what I've been doing. And that would be as many runs as I've scored. Ooh, but a nice grab by Wendy Parsons to finally end the inning. That looked like it was going to go into center, and we were going to continue, but a nice snag by Parsons instead gets Jeter out and finally ends the inning after 11 runs scored on 2 outs. Going into the 4th inning there, it's 18-1. And it is time for Maria Luna to come onto the mound. Zena Frome is hitting. Smacks one up the middle. Jeter is there. He's able to absorb it with the back of his head and stop it from getting into the outfield, then throw her out at first. An unorthodox way of getting the out, but it works. True. Mello pointed out that Adam Van Doren is having a bad fielding day today, so that's one reason for his poor performance behind the plate, at least. And Leah Wayne, the hitter now. Anyway, as I was saying before, you could probably sum up, take 3 or maybe even 4 different scores that I've gotten this team this season in my regular games, and sum those up to total the number of runs I scored in that 1 inning alone. I think that 1 inning total was in fact equal to my high number of runs scored in any game this season. So, anyway, 2 outs now as Maya Woodruff is up. Like last All-Star game, this is not one with many strikeouts, but Maya Woodruff bunts it for an easy out for the 3rd out. Going into the bottom of the 4th. Let's see if we can get another huge rally here, or if we just flame out this time. Stephanie leads off with a solo home run and a 2 RBI single. Again, Stephanie doesn't have the most raw talent as a player, but she makes really good use of the resources she has. Just gives it her all, and that lets her pull out some clutch situations when you might not expect her to. And there she's able to hit one just past Dunkel and get the single, thanks to her speed boost. So runner on first. Good way to start things off. Shohei Ohtani, a front runner right now, I think, for the All-Star Series MVP. After his Grand Slam last game, and he's 3 for 4, a triple away from a cycle today. Apparently their field's playing really far back. That would be probably just because my team's stacked with power hitters, so they're trying to clear near the wall. Hasn't been working out for them, though. If we can take enough pitches from Dunkel here and get her really tired out, that should unlock a whole new level of hurting, because then one of their best defenders will get quite tired and slow, and that'll make their defense that much worse. So, we'll see. This could be a super huge breakout score if my hitting goes well enough in the near future. And Shohei with an absolute blast on line drive, continuing to build his case for the All-Star MVP as he hits a no-doubter there for 2 more runs. 20-1. I have lost count at this point of how many home runs I've hit this game. It's been, let's see. It's been at least 9, I think, which makes it all the more pathetic. I was only able to get 3 in my round of the home run derby earlier. But oh well. Alright, 2-run shot for Shohei to clean the bases. Brings up Jane Davis, who's 3 for 3 today with 2 home runs and a single. She's going for the latter here. Single or double here with a more contact-based swing. Woodruff almost gets it. Sears has got it though, and Jane's already at first by the time she's ready to throw it. Maybe could have gotten second base as well with that flub throw, but not worth the risk, especially when we can just steal it right afterwards. So single for Jane. Runner on first with nobody out for Maria Luna. 1 for 3 today with a single. Takes the first pitch as usual. Not an outside pitch, so Jane steals second base easily. That's more or less a given at this point in the game, though. I like the pitches right at the outside edge of the strike zone, maybe slightly high with Maria. That is where she really shines, I've found. Where she's most likely to really club it and hit it out of the park. Lanky slow ball there. Maria is able to hit it up the gap, though. Leah Wayne can't get to it in time, and yeah, that throw was not the greatest throw we've seen. Definitely Leah's fatigue showing there. So RBI double by Maria, 21-1 to score now. And Johnny Omar, the hitter, Dunkel being forced off the mound. I'm not sure how tired she is, though. So with her at second base, that honestly might just make their defense more dangerous. Anyway, Amanda Hellerman probably just going to do one pitch, I'm guessing, before they bring on the next pitcher. I'm going to guess Parsons. Oh no, she's actually staying on for now. They normally don't keep their used pitchers on the mound for very long, but they might actually know. I think Maya Woodruff's going to be the next pitcher because she's boosted in pitching today. I might be wrong, but for now, Hellerman continuing to pitch. Jomar with a little ground ball there, but you can see Van Dorn is totally spent there. He can barely run anymore, so it's actually an easy single for Jomar. At the beginning of the game, it might have been a different story, but there, no problem. It's getting hard to get an out against this team. Oh, and I was wrong on both counts. It is Zena Frome pitching, so that puts Hellerman in right field. Interesting. Might hit a barely there home run. Not hit, rob a barely home run, depending on how things go. Molly with a lanky pop-up. Unfortunately, Jomar hesitated enough there that even with some slow running there, Zena was able to get the ball in time. So, first out. Runners on the corners for Fred Benson. I'm not going to try to steal second with Molly just because there's no way she should realistically make it to base. And never mind. Van Dorn's tired enough. I think she might be able to make it. And doesn't even need to worry about that as Fred hits an absolute masher to center. Left center. At about the deepest point of the park, but still clears it fairly easily. 3-run shot for Fred Benson. It's 24-1 now. On, I think, the 10th home run of the game? I've lost count. Looking at the stats after this will be fun, though. So anyway, yeah, Zena Frome on the mound. Probably a similar impact in the field that Matessa Sturgis had before. Hellerman in right field. Gonna be decent when she's by the ball, but might take her a while to get to it. So that leaves us people who haven't pitched so far this game. Van Doren, who I don't think is ever going to pitch because he's super tired now. Gwen Sears and Wendy Parsons and Maya Woodruff. So I think Woodruff would come next, then probably I would guess Parsons and Sears would be their last-ditch effort. Meanwhile, Jay Green with a nice hit there. Would have been caught, but Sears with the error lets him make the base, and then they take long enough to get in, and then he gets to second. This is the collapse of a defense you are seeing happening here. Definitely shaping up to be an all-time high score for me there, although Jeter lines it there straight to Hellerman for the second out. A nice play there. Oh, and the double play, and an amazing play there by Woodruff. I thought when that ball was going nowhere I'd have plenty of time, but she used that speed boost well. Went up and grabbed the ball and just barely got there in time to tag Jay Green out. So that's going to probably put some runs on the Twins tally, and that also kills our rally for that inning. All right, we'll see what sort of long-term effects that has on this game. Obviously, of course, this is still going to be a smashing victory, no matter how many runs they manage to score with a power-up here. We'll see. Oops, Johnny Omar does not throw right hooks. Anyway, Gwen Sears a hitter here as Johnny Omar gets his turn to pitch. And just barely. All these people I've been pitching with throw right hooks, but Jomar, even though he's not good at it, manages to throw a perfect one there. Catching Gwen Sears looking for the first out, and a strikeout from Jomar. That one might make the highlight reel. That's pretty impressive for a pitch that he theoretically has zero skill with, to place one that perfectly. Pretty impressive. Anyway, Wendy Parsons is now the hitter. Made it to first in her first at bat. I cannot remember anymore how that inning went. It was either on Jay Green running away from the ball or else on an error by Jane Davis. I think the former. I think that the error by Jane Davis let someone get to second base, if I remember correctly. In any case, Jomar with his second strikeout of the inning. He is, I think, the first pitcher in either of these games to record 2 strikeouts in one inning. And Matessa Sturge is now the hitter. Jomar showing why, at least for me, he's not the best user-controlled pitcher. Losing stamina pretty quickly on all his pitches except heater, but still able to mix it up successfully to strike out Matessa Sturges. So 3 up, 3 strikeouts. Jomar strikes out the side here in the 4th inning. 24-1 as we go into the bottom of the inning. Let's see how many more runs we can score on this team before we manage to find 3 different ways to get out. Steph leads off with 2 singles and a home run. This one up the middle. Parsons might get that. She does get it, unfortunately, for the first out. Brings up Shohei Ohtani. Currently has 3 home runs on the All-Star Series, which is tied, I think, for the lead with Jay Green. If he hits another one here, he can get ahead, though. Or does Jay Green have 4? I can't remember now. I've hit too many home runs this game to keep track. And grounder, but gets straight to Sturges. So, unfortunately placed there. That'll be a hit most days, I think, but she was in the exact right position there to turn it into an out instead. So 2 up, 2 down. I said last inning that this team's defense is collapsing, and I stand by that. I do think it's the case. I just was not able to hit the ball to the right places with the first 2 hitters, so 2 up, 2 down. Let's see if Jane can get something going, or if this is just going to be a quiet 5th inning. It would not be the first time I've had the team on the ropes and then completely failed to score, but it looks like this one is gone. Line drive home run for Jane Davis, her 3rd of the game, if I'm not mistaken. That makes the score 25-1. With 403 feet. And that brings up Maria Luna, 2 for 4 today with a double and a single. Got 1 hit. Let's see if we can keep the train going. What I need to do is just keep getting hits, not getting outs, as we have some room for error here with this team's defense mostly gassed. Let's see how much longer this can go on for. In a league game, this currently would be a plus 29. Good enough, I think, for the 4th best score I ever put up if it was a real game. I want a 50, though, if I can get it. Let's see. Grounder there, but Xena is not able to get to the ball on time. If she played a bit smarter and gotten that ball, I think that would have been an out. But as it is, single for Maria. And the rally continues for now. Johnny Omar, the hitter. We're going to let that one go. Doesn't look like a very good pitch. And we'll get the easy steal there. Anyway, yeah, everything was going so good until Maya got that very nice tag out of Jay Green to end the last inning prematurely. Jomar with a lanky hit there. Parsons going up to get it. She's got it. Throws it over to first, and she's got it. So, despite having their defense on the ropes, they're able to hold together for that inning, and so it actually ends up being my lowest-scoring inning of the game. So, final score is 25 runs for the Indoor League All-Stars. Let's go ahead and do the last inning and find out what the final score is for the Frontyard in this matchup. Stephanie Morgan gets to pitch the last inning once again. Living her dream as a closer for the All-Star game. Hellerman the hitter. Grounds one over to third. Jomar almost misses it, but manages to grab it, but it looks like he was just tired out enough from his pitching stint to let her get to first anyway. 1 on, nobody out for Adam Van Doren. The good news is Van Doren is totally spent. He wants nothing more at this point, I'm sure, than to just go home and I don't even know what kids do when they're super tired. He's either going to run around the house like a maniac or he's going to collapse in bed because he has no energy left after making so many fruitless attempts to throw runners out stealing. Grounds one towards the pitcher. Stephanie jumps on it to grab it, throws it to second for the first out, the first for the double play. 2 outs then. Julie Dunkel, the last chance for the Twins to accomplish something. Also, I just remembered that the Frontyard team had a power-up, so it's interesting that they didn't use that with Van Doren. That would have been a perfect time for it, and the AI usually uses it when they have someone on base. Sometimes they seemingly randomly don't, and that seems to be what happened this time. Dunkel with a bunt, not too tired from her stint on the mound, but not fast enough. Stephanie makes a grab, slings her out at first, and that is going to be the game. Final score, Indoor League 25, Frontyard League 1.